Hello everyone, welcome to Data Appreciation and today we'll be looking at getting started with Google Antigravity. So Google Antigravity is part of Google's ecosystem. So what we'll be doing today is something on Google Labs. So let's get into it. So in this code lab, you'll learn about Google Antigravity, referred to as Antigravity for the rest of the document. It's an agentic development platform evolving the IDE into the agent first era. Unlike standard code assistants that just autocomplete lines, Antigravity provides a mission control for managing autonomous agents that plan, code, and even browse the web to help you build. So what we learned today is installing and configuring Antigravity, exploring key concepts of Antigravity like agent manager, editor, browser, and more. And last, customizing Antigravity with your own rules and workflow. So what you need is a Chrome browser and a Gmail personal account. This CodeLab is designed for users and developers of all levels, including beginners. So for Google Cloud credits, you may use Gravity with Google Cloud projects. Redeem your free Google Cloud credit using these links. You can follow instructions here to activate the credits and create a new project. So let's have a look at it. So once you click on this link, it brings you to the Try GCP Dev Claim CodeLab Getting Started with Google Gravity. So note you can only redeem credit once a day for most Google products from my experience. So once you click on access credit, I have done this already, so I'll take you to the screen that came up. Once you click on that, it takes you to the GCP credit application. So because I've done this an hour earlier, you just click on accept and continue. So when you want to know how your credits have been accepted, you can come to check under your billing under your Google Cloud. So it goes to your Google Cloud account under your billing section. So you come to Google Cloud, come to billing, you get to see it. So it will come as um, as Google credits. So what I renamed mine to become Anti-Gravity Credits January 28th, which is the date which this recording is to give you, which is today. So you can see, if you click on it, you can see the details of your credits. So if you come to credits, you can see how much of credit you have and the date. So you can see I started mine today, which was 28th of January 2026, just some minutes ago. The way I rename it, come to rename your billing account and then you can rename your credit. So I renamed mine to become Anti-Gravity Credit, January 28th. So let's go back to our code lab. So as you work with code, as you walk through the code lab on Anti-Gravity, you might encounter problems. For code lab related issues, typos, wrong instructions, please open a bug which report a mistake button in the left corner of this code lab. So here you where we report mistakes in the left corner right here. So for bugs or feature requests related to Antigravity, please report the issue within Antigravity. You can do this in the Agent Manager, which provide feedback link in the bottom left corner. So if I activate Antigravity now, I haven't gotten there, but let's just have a look at where you can provide feedback. Right, loading. So to so manage manager with providing feedback in the bottom left corner. The bottom left corner. So let's go to the bottom left corner. You can also report an issue with the editor under the profile icon. So let's go to Antigravity and see those two. able to. Okay, so this is the agent manager, and we were told you can do this in the agent manager. Provide feedback link in the bottom left corner. So this is our agent manager. Here we can provide feedback. So this is where you provide your feedback. You click on it and give your feedback. It's right here. Provide feedback, settings, browser. So also the second can report abuse. Also, we can report abuse issue under our profile icon. Under our profile icon, we can report abuse. So you can see it, you can report an issue under your profile icon. So this is my profile icon, and then here I can report the issue there. So let's continue. So we'll go to the next part. So installation. We'll begin installing Antigravity. Currently, the project is available for preview, and you can use your personal Gmail account to get started. Go to downloads page, which is through this link, and click on the appropriate operating system and version. So I've done that earlier, but we'll just get to the link. So if you're having a Mac OS, you can download the Apple Silicon. If you're having something of the M1, that's before the M1, you have to download for the Intel. For Windows, Microsoft Windows, you have the download for x64 and you have the download for ARM64. For Linux, you have your downloads. So here you can see minimum requirements for Linux. The minimum requirements is Windows 10 for Windows, and the minimum requirements for Mac OS versions has to be with Apple Security Update support. This is typically the current and two previous versions. Minimum version 12, that's Monterey. x86 is not supported for anti-gravity. So you choose your next. These steps are detailed below when you try to install. Choose an editor theme. You will go to the dark theme, but it's entirely up to you. How do you want to use anti-gravity? So these are messages that pop up when you are installing anti-gravity. Let's understand this a bit more detail. Remember that settings can be changed at any time through the anti-gravity settings. So it's command plus comma. Go to anti-gravity. Let's try that. Command comma. So this is our settings agent. Command on Mac and comma. So this is how you change your settings. Our browser settings, our editor, our notifications, our tab, query notes, suggestions, navigation, context, and our account. So let's go back. Before we dive into the options, let us look at some specific properties which you see on the right of the dialog box. Terminal execution policy. This is about giving the agent the ability to execute commands and applications in your terminal. So let's go to our terminal execution policy under anti-gravity. So terminal command auto execution. Okay. So review policy. So as the agent goes about its tasks, it creates various artifacts as the task plan, implementation plan, the review policy is set such that you can determine who decides if it needs reviewed. Should you always want to review it or let the agent decide this accordingly, there are three options there too. As they always proceed, agent decides or the request review. So if we come here, we have the request review, always proceed, Note the change to this setting will apply to new messages sent to agent. In progress responses will use the previous settings value. So if I had the plan running, it would use my previous instruction. So next, what we do is to look at JavaScript execution policy. We have four modes: pure mode, review driven development, agent development, and custom. The review development option is a good balance and the recommended one since it allows the agent to make a decision and come back to the user for approval. Next, we configure our editor page where you can choose preferences for the following key bindings, extensions, command line, iris, and we've done this already on my own application. So this is our agent manager. Antigravity forks the open source Visual Code Foundation, but it radically alters the user experience to prioritize user agent management over text editing. The interface is bifurcated into two distinct primary functions, the editor and agent manager. This separation of concerns mirrors the distinction between individual contribution and engineering management. So the agent manager mission control. Upon launch of Gravity, the user is typically greeted not by a file tree but by the agent manager as shown below, which we noticed earlier when I opened mine. The agent manager came up. Close this. This our agent manager. It came up when I opened the Gravity. So next we would read next. Now, the interface acts as a mission control dashboard designed for high-level orchestration and allows developers to spawn, monitor, and interact with multiple agents operating synchronously across different workplaces or tasks. In this view, the developer acts as the architect and they define high-level objectives. Examples include refactor the authentication module, update the dependency tree, generate the test suite for the billing. As the diagram indicates, each of these requests spawns a dedicated agent instance. The UI, the user interface, provides a visualization of these parallel work streams, displaying the status of each agent, the artifacts they have produced, the plans, results, messages, and any pending requests. So if you come here, you can see our workspaces, you can see playground, you can see our inbox, this is our agent manager preview. We have our knowledge base here. So it basically tells us what is going on in front of our control. So next, before you begin set up your workspace, open local folder, remote folder. Think of a workspace as you knew it from VS Code and you'll be done. So we can open a local folder by clicking on the button. So let's look at VS Code. So here we are in VS Code. We can see some similarities between what's in VS Code to what we have on, on Antigravity. So we can open any local folder by clicking the button. Once you complete this step, you in the agent manager window, which is shown below. So in agent manager, you notice that the application is immediately here to start a new conversation in the workspace. Let's let's start this with the my agent projects. Read that. New new workspace. Okay, let's just continue where we are. Okay, so now let's look at the documentation on planning and model selection. I'll drop down. This is our drop down. Planning, model selection. Let's go to our documentation. So conversation level. When starting a new agent, users can choose between multiple modes. Planning, an agent can plan before executing tasks. This for deep research. Fast, an agent with tasks directly used for simple tasks that will be completed faster, such as renaming variables, kicking off a few bash commands, or smaller localized tasks. We had seen this artifact review publishing, and that was agent settings. So let's go back. So we look at the planning. If you're familiar with thinking budget and similar terms in agents, think of this as the ability to control the thinking of the agent, thereby having a direct impact on the thinking budget. We will go with the defaults for now, but do remember at the time of the launch, the Gemini 3 model availability is per limited quotas for everyone. So we expect appropriate messages indicating if you have exhausted more than three quotas for Gemini 3 usage. Let's spend a bit of time now on the agent manager window here to understand a few things. Let's clear about the basic blocks, how to navigate Antigravity and more. The agent manager window is produced below. So here we can see the open editor two has two ways of opening it. We have our inbox, we have it in two ways. We have our start conversation, brings up this. We have our workspaces, we have our playground, we have our browser. Please refer to the above diagram with numbers. So this is our inbox, start conversation, workspaces, playground, editor view, browser. So next, in the next video, we'll be looking at the anti-gravity browser artifacts, revisiting the inbox. Thank you.